her thing, and she's like, I don't even know what that means. And I'm like, yeah, but you know what a dollar is, and if you want to earn, hey, everybody, welcome to the news desk. Whether you like it or not, I am your host, Dirt, and today we're here to talk about the Mattel San Diego Comic-Con exclusives. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Hey, wait a minute. Wasn't that news from last week? Well, technically, yes. Except, here at That New Toy Smell, we film our episode early in the week, even though it doesn't hit the interwebs until Friday. Which means that for a lot of you, you found out about the news about G4 after we had filmed our episode. And G4, as you're well aware, bungled that entire segment. Skipped a lot of toys, skipped over a lot of details. So we're going to take a minute to look at the Mattel stuff ourselves and give our own little insights and input. So, let's get the ball rolling. First up, the Ghostbusters Stay Puft Marshmallow Man for $70. One of these. Now, to be fair, it is super tall. It's, 20 inches? And it is made of a super soft marshmallow-like foam. So if you want your own midget-sized version of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man walking around in your house, well, then there you go. For $70, you can make it happen. But you cannot eat it, which is kind of a downer for me. If you do want to eat some Stay Puft marshmallows, they have these caffeinated ones. They say quality on the box. Although some of us who have actually tasted them might choose to disagree. Next up, we have our Masters of the Universe Classics Queen Marlena figure. This is $25. She comes with a tiny little cringer figure to go with her. She also has two outfits. You can take off her evening gown, which is not as exciting as you might think, and put on her space helmet. I guess the Four Horsemen wanted her to look like one of the Outer Spacemen figures? No? That's not what they were doing? Okay, well, fine. Regardless, it is pretty cool that for only $25, you get the figure, you get the choice of outfits, and you get the cringer. So those of you who are Masters of the Universe Classics fanatics, you're buying it anyway. There you go. Now you know what you're spending your money on. For people like me, though, this next toy is right up their alley. For $30, we have the Voltron Blazing Sword version. This figure is said to be show accurate. 22 points of articulation, so super accurate. It looks just like the one in the original cartoon series, the good one, the Lions, not that stupid one made out of helicopters and cars. But regardless, this is one of those toys that I personally will be buying, and I'm kind of debating whether or not to buy two. But it does come with the Blazing Sword in half-formed form. So those of you who have always wanted to pose him in that iconic pose, forming the Blazing Sword, there you go. Next up, the DC Universe Swamp Thing and the Unmen. This one is $30 in an exclusive San Diego Comic-Con package. The outer box looks like it's being ripped through, and you can see part of Swamp Thing's face peering out, but the face is not the face from the figure. The inner packing of the figure is actually a recycled paper base that looks like Swamp Thing's face. And it is actually biodegradable. So if you don't get this thing graded and locked in an airtight box, it will disappear in, I don't know, 250 years. So keep that in mind when you're displaying your toy. But it is a super cool looking figure. This is a new type of figure from Mattel. This has an endoskeleton. And endo means interior as opposed to exo, which would be exterior, like Exo Squad. Another neat toy line. This is an endoskeleton with the muscles and skin on top, so when you move it, he doesn't actually appear to have any joints, but the skin and muscles kind of ripple and move and actually look really creepy. So with the display set and the Unmen, if you wanted a figure to display your creepy new action figure style, Swamp Thing actually makes a whole lot of sense. Another one I am desperately looking forward to here, the Young Justice Superboy in Cloning Chamber. This one is $20. You cannot miss with this figure. It comes in a super cool looking box that kind of mimics some of the other like Infinite Heroes and the Justice League Unlimited boxes that we've seen from the last couple of years from Mattel. But inside you have that cryogenic chamber that you pull out and you see Superboy in his white clone outfit. Now there's no word yet on whether or not there's any retconned Lex Luthor DNA included in it as well. But this is one of those that, you know, again, I'm kind of thinking, do I want to buy two so that I can display one in the chamber and then take one out to play with and to fly around with? Because I am one of those people who does that with his toys. Moving on, we have the Hot Wheels Back to the Future vehicle for $35. Now, they won't tell us what the vehicle is or any of the special features. They do show us this really neat looking box, which looks like a box of plutonium. So those of you taking the airplane back home, make sure you keep a receipt and some documentation. Otherwise, you're going to end up on the do not fly list. And, you're going to have a hard time getting home. But this box of plutonium does have some sort of Back to the Future vehicle. Perhaps maybe a DeLorean with working LED lights. Maybe fire trail coming off the back. Some sort of smoke effect. I don't know. For $35, it better be cool. Alright. Next we have another Hot Wheels toy. This is the Frankenberry vehicle. For $20, you get this small cereal box. Inside it has a dairy truck with the Frankenberry logo on the side and that Frankenstein character. The back of the box looks like it has more cereal in there, and when you shake the box, it sounds like there's cereal inside. Now, it's Frankenberry. I mean, it's no fruity yummy mummy, but I guess it'll do until they can get one of those made. Then I'm in. And then for you Masters of the Universe Classics fans, you're always looking for new ways to expand your line. Well, they got you covered this year with the Polly Pocket Collection. This includes Polly as She-Ra, Leah as Frosta, and Chrissy as Catra, because every female in the Princess of Power universe apparently has a name that ends in A. Or at least all the cool ones that Polly Pockets want to be. Now, to be fair, this does come in a pretty cool looking display box, and if you're into Polly Pocket figures or into Princess of Power, this is going to be for you. For the rest of us, I think, $20 for some Polly Pockets, I think I'm personally going to pass on that, because my feminine card is already punched complete full with all the episodes of Cougar Town I've been watching. Monster High. Next up, this is Ghoulia Yelps. This is $20 for those of you into Monster High. These are tween girls who are the hip, cool cats going to their Monster High School. Now, it's Ghoulia Yelps. If you ask me, her first name should have been Julia. Last name should have been Ghoulia. Nice wedding singer reference for you. Is that another punch on my feminine card? Wedding singer reference? Oh well. Alright, up next we have, this one was especially made for Scotty Cash. In fact, Toy Guru sent me an email and said this one was in fact designed with Scotty Cash in mind. For $25, Green Lantern Kilowog figure. They took the actual CGI files from the upcoming movie and used those to create this figure. It's a massive figure in scale with your classics, and $25, Kilowog, come on, that's like a no-brainer buy right there. Finally, we do have the Carol Ferris Barbie doll. This one's $35. I know some of you are thinking, wow, $35 for a Barbie doll. That seems like a lot. But think about it this way. This is actually Blake Lively as a Barbie doll, and the clothes come off. Huh? Huh? Yeah, that's not creepy at all, is it? Yeah. All right, well, that's going to do it. Those are the Mattel exclusives for San Diego Comic-Con, and we got them covered here, so there you go. Thanks for watching, everybody. Now up is your video review. I don't know, I'm going to go back to these pictures of Blake Lively for a while, and you guys go watch that video. Thanks for watching.